Well, it's my pleasure to be here with Bob Denman of Red Pick Tools out in Boring, Oregon today, and we're going to be talking about proper posturing for working with rakes, hoes, cultivators, and shovels. And there really is a lot to know about this, isn't there? Because I always thought that I pick the length of the handles of my tools so that when I'm tired I can like rest.
Lean on them.
And that's really not right at all, is it?
No, that's good for afterwards. You want a hoe that is sized to your body. And you can see here there are 4 different sizes of hoes with different length handle, all with the same size head about. And the reason for that is that when you're hoeing, this is a picture of most people hoeing.
Yeah, that's me.
And you're bending over forward, and you're going to have a sore back. This is also a picture of people hoeing like this every few minutes.
Have you watched me garden?
So what you want, instead of holding the tool out in front of you like this, you want to grasp the tool as if it were a mop or a broom and sweep from out of your side. This way you're standing up straight. The problem is with a short handle, what used to be out in front of you is now here, and so you'll have to lean over sideways, which is worse than bending over forward. So if you have a tool that has the proper length handle that's at least as tall or a bit taller than you can hold it out in front of you and work like this. And you're standing up straight, the sun is off your shoulders instead of off the back of your neck.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that if you're hoeing with a short handled hoe and you pull like this, you can pull your back out if you hook under a rock or a tree root. This way you're pulling with your shoulders or pushing off with your leg, and you're not going to damage your lower back. And if you're using a scuffle hoe, like a hula hoe or another one that you push like this and you hit something, the shot goes into your wrist, elbows, and shoulders. If you're holding it offline like this and you thrust, the shot goes out the end of the handle. So that's a much better way to work properly. Always put your work out to your side and stand up straight.
Well, now, although the same guidelines apply for rakes and cultivators, shovels are a little bit different, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Let's go over there and see what we have over here.
Important thing, there are 2 important things with shovels. The first is the size of the head. If you're 20 years old and strong as an ox, you might get a number 4 shovel if you can find one. They don't make them anymore.
So you're saying that's the ones I should buy?
Yeah, there you go. Or if you're 80 years old and you have really heavy soil and you're a little on the weak side, you might want to get this little tiny floral shovel.
So I got to tell you, Bob, when I've gone shopping, I've really thought it was the job I was doing and you're saying that's not right at all. It's really about the soil, your own health, your own physicality.
Yeah, how big you are. And this is what most people have, which is a number 2 shovel, which is 9 by 12, but there's a 7 by 10, and all the way down to a 6 by 9. So you pick the tool size to the condition of your soil and your body. The next thing to watch for is lift. And the proper lift of a tool can be determined by putting the shovel down on the ground, and you lay the blade flat, and you can see these 2 with the blade flat have a slightly different lift.
Yep.
And some shovels have a very high lift, others have a very low lift. You pick one, this one happens to have the proper lift. I'm going to demonstrate the bad shoveling technique. This is how most of us shovel. We'll have a tool of unknown lift, put it way out in front, drive it in with our muscle power. Then once it's in, we have to rotate all the way down here like this to break the ground. Then we lift with our back and we turn around and we throw and we twist our body.
Yes.
That's a recipe for a sore back. The proper way is to make sure that you have the right lift, and the right lift can be determined by putting the shovel right in front of your toe, straight up and down. If your arms are fully extended, you have the right lift. If your elbows are bent, it has the wrong lift. It doesn't have enough lift for you. And if you're leaning way over like this, it has too much lift. And there are tools that have that. So and instead of putting it out here, when you dig, you start off with the shovel straight up and down, drive it with your weight, pull back like this, so you're still standing up straight. Then you drop your fanny, slide your hand down, lift with your back with your legs instead of your back, and then if you're throwing the dirt, digging a hole, you step toward the hole and carry the weight instead of having your handle back here. Carry the weight and toss gently back here.
Well, you know, there's just a lot of information that we could certainly use to make gardening safer and more fun and more pleasurable for us. We invite you to go to gardentime.tv, and we'll kick you over to Bob's new website, and you can certainly call or come out to their store. It's a charming place out here in Boring. Get all the information you need on tools. Thanks so much for your time, Bob.
You're quite
Appreciate
welcome.
it.